No, I just told the team how proud I was of them. I just thought we played a really solid 40 minutes of basketball. There was high energy. I thought we got it done on the defensive end of the floor, rebounded well, got a lot of those loose balls that we have not been getting, and I thought it just created a lot more, an easier offensive game for us tonight.
Joanne, your team has had big leads in other games. What was the difference in the second half tonight, and did this team need to win like this to build the lead and not have it get tight at the end?
Well, I don't know if they needed it, but I think they were just so dialed in, that we've been talking about just a path to get to the end of the season and where you want to go, and there's different ways to get there because we had lost a couple of games, and to beat your in-state rival that's a top 20 team on your home floor, what a better time to do it. So I just felt that there was I don't want to say an added incentive, but there was just an incentive. I felt the girls were just completely locked in from start to finish tonight. We had such a strong start. It just kept going. But credit to the girls. They didn't relax. We were able to use the whole bench. There was fresh energy out there. So they did it all.
Did at one point, I don't know what the biggest lead, but it was 70-20 at one point. Do you look up at the scoreboard and just kind of shake your head at that? I mean, you've been in coaching for a while. Have you ever been on either side of a game like this?
I just said, I want a few more of these. That was my thought. Can I have a couple more of these? I don't know if I've been on the other end, to that degree, but I've been on the other end of like a tough, long, when is this game going to end kind of thing. So I know the feeling. It's not fun at all to be at that end of the floor, But again, it happens. It's sports, and my focus is on what can we do to not only win this game, but to keep getting better and get us in a position to, have this focused team come out every night and play like that.
Defensively, is it safe to say this is the best performance of the season?
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job against Louisville as well, but down the stretch in terms of like the rebounding for us and the loose balls, I felt like tonight was definitely our best effort in finishing plays.
And Tech goes 2 from 29 for 3-point range. Did you guys come out with a defensive game plan to kind of pack it in and make them force and to take those long range shots?
No, our buzz is the buzz. We'll make adjustments in game with it, but we wanted to try and turn them over in it. We wanted them to take rush shots in it. So, the biggest thing is that, because Hicks is so quick, just playing them man-to-man, end-line to end-line, I don't know that would have been the smartest thing. So to be able to bottle her up and make her have to pass it around and create an offense for them, I think the girls did a really good job with the game plan.
Bree, this is, I think, your 7th game in this series as someone who's from the state of Virginia. What was it like out there to have this kind of team performance against your state rival?
It was great. Playing Virginia Tech's a big rivalry game, and being that we're both 2 of the premier schools in Virginia, it was just something that was good. If something was good for us, they had great energy. Fans from both sides were here tonight to support us. And so that was really good just to be able to come out and perform the way that we did for 40 minutes and not let up and just have a really fun game.
Joanne, what was the message at halftime?
Don't look at the scoreboard. This is about us. It's dial in, be as focused as you were in that first half. Are you ready to put a complete game together? So I didn't have to say much. I could see it on their faces like they know what they needed to do.
I think Tech had 7 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, but then after that
that's what we had to clean up, and I thought we did. I thought what we were doing, we were boxing out, but we weren't going to get the ball. They had some long threes that are tough, like you're running to the rim instead of trying to find your person. So I thought, like you said, after that, we cleaned that piece up.
Joss, first quarter, you sparked an 11-0 run with a steal and a layup and an and one. How big of a momentum play is that? What can that do to your team's focus going forward?
I think we came in very focused to the game. I think from that play on, it was just keeping up the momentum. We've had some games where we've got off to a great start and then kind of lost it. So learning to be consistent and just keeping up the energy throughout the game was really a focus for us, and I'm proud that we did that tonight.
Jocelyn, has it been hard at all to stay positive after some of the tough losses?
Honestly, no. I think that we knew what we needed to fix, and a lot of our issues were things that we can control, not that other teams were necessarily forcing us to do. And I think that's part of the reason why there's a lot of potential and optimism for the games ahead of us. Obviously we were disappointed that we lost some of those games being so close, but there's never a moment where personally I felt, and I don't think anyone else felt like, oh, this is going to be a long season. We can't achieve our goal at the end of the day.
Rebounding-wise, what did you guys do to shut down Margarita and Cook?
We're trying to locate where they were and really put a body on them, kind of get them out of their game, because rebounding is a huge part of what they bring to the game. And I think we did a really good job of that, as well as the other players on the team, and just going after the boards hard.
And obviously Jakara, Jocelyn, Breyana, all the guards crashed the boards as well. As a post, what does that do for you, your momentum, your focus?
Well, I see myself as a guard and post, but I think just getting the boards allows us to get out quicker in transition and just helps us with the flow of the game in general. So, rebounding is a huge part. We don't have to play another possession, which is another big thing for us. So.
Bree, looking maybe like long term, is the biggest value of this game, like you're not going to win every game at like 49, 50 points, but not to belabor the point, but you have this game, like the Georgia game, to point to. When you put forward those 40-minute efforts, is that what you can kind of take from this, what you guys get out of that 40-minute effort?
Definitely just seeing like the things that we can do, what we did well in these games in order to be able to create such big leads, and just honing in on those and trying to carry it forth for the rest of these games and throughout the season.
It's a rivalry game, about as big a rivalry game as you're going to get. Tech had lost 2 in a row. They badly needed to win. Your team badly needed to win. You had every reason to figure it was going to be a dogfight right down to the gun. Was it, to some extent, surreal almost to look around and just see they kept missing, and the score kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Is that a strange thing when you're a player?
I mean, to a certain degree, sometimes it is, but when you're doing the things that you need to do and execute, and when things go your way in that kind of manner, I mean, you're not really surprised. But, I mean, obviously, like, they miss from shots, and our defense kind of helps that. We know they'll be ready next game, but we're just happy that we were able to get a win tonight.
Obviously, the Georgia win was big, but safe to say this is a signature win for this program this season?
Yeah, top 20 team. I think they were 19th, So, again, we made our path a little bit harder, but there's a path for us, and we just got to dial in. And if we come out like we did tonight, then, you can write your own story. Just we got to take care of business, We're going to face a lot more talented and top 10, top 20 teams, so we'll have opportunities, but we have to take advantage of it.
I know you've been asked a lot about the first-year class. It seems like each of the 4 did something really positive tonight. You pleased overall with that group again?
Fee blocked her fair share of shots, and she got on the ground every time she had an opportunity. So I got to be pleased with that. Obviously, Joss, she doesn't play like a first year. I think maturity-wise in her game and her leadership, she's really grown quickly. Lisa, you never know what you're going to get, but you're going to get a lot of energy. And Dom. She can score. Sometimes you're just like, wow. But she brings high energy, and she's growing. She's really starting to learn some of the thing from some of her mistakes earlier in the year. So she brings a great energy as well. And again, that with some maturity, from Bree and some of the upperclassmen, it's good balance. But everybody's got to show up and bring I always say this, bring your best self, and then we're pretty good.
Joanne, first half particularly, you were running Donnie in and out in pretty narrow increments. Was that part of the plan?
She tires so she is just, for whatever reason, high twitch kid, and she can go in about 3-minute spurts, and she'll go hard, but then she can't even get down the floor. So we have to spell her for, even if it's 30 seconds, we've learned, don't keep her in there when she's tired. So we spell her, we put her back in. She goes hard for 3 or 4 minutes, and we got to get her out for a minute and put her back in.
Joss mentioned getting out in transition, especially early. After every rebound, you guys were really pushing the pace. Did you guys feel like you had an advantage there? Was that part of the game plan coming in?
Definitely. The Kenny typically only goes 6 deep with his players. They've played 16-4, 20 games. Only 5 to 6 players are playing. They're playing a lot of minutes. So we wanted to make this a fast-paced game and having them to play I mean, we wanted them to have to play fast against us, you know. I mean, they didn't have a deep bench, so hopefully the thought process was, you know, deep into the third and fourth quarter, hopefully, you know, we're wearing them down a little bit.